Hi guys, Andrea here with Real Estate Muses, and I have the great fortune today to introduce you to Alyssa Tamez with Legacy Mutual Mortgage.
Hi everybody, I'm Alyssa Tamez, Senior Loan Officer with Legacy Mutual Mortgage in the Alamo Heights office. Thank you so much for having me today.
It's always such a pleasure to have you. And we've got some really interesting things that we're talking about today. It is no secret that we are in a crazy seller's market. So I thought that it would be great to have you come give some of our clients some tips on what your top 5 tips would be as a buyer in this market.
You are so right, Andrea. We are seeing some craziness right now in the market. We're busy and we love that, but it's a little bit unprecedented. So yeah, I have 5 tips that I brought you today, and let me know if you agree with these. The first tip, I would say, without a doubt, guys, start early. If you're in the buyer's market and you want to buy a house this year, there is no such thing as too early to start your loan process. Find a lender, preferably a local lender, we'll talk a little bit about that, who you trust, and get your paperwork to them. Get all your ducks in a row, because what will happen inevitably is you'll get in the car with your wonderful realtor, you'll find the dream house of your dreams, and then you will not have a pre-approval letter. And then at that point, it's scrambling, a lot of weekend, hectic, and the loan process is stressful enough. So we want you to be prepared, start early for sure.
I think in any market, whether it's a buyer's or a seller's market, that's so paramount. I mean, get your act together, know what you can afford, then go shop for the home. Okay, what's your second best tip?
Second best tip, use a local lender. This is so important right now. Now, as a listing agent, you also have
agree with that.
Many listings. What we're seeing is, I work for a local lender, Legacy Mutual Mortgage. We have a very good reputation locally, so when listing agents see our name or our company's name on an offer, it really is helping the offer to stand out for the buyers. I wouldn't say that if it wasn't true. I know sometimes listing agents have had some bad experiences with maybe the big box banks, and so they're a little leery when maybe there's 5 offers and 3 of them are from a big box bank.
Absolutely.
2 of them are from a local lender. Those are probably gonna stand out. As a local lender with relationships here, I always make sure to call the listing agent, let them know
that's so
that I've looked at the documentation, and I really do think that just little things like that professional local lenders are going to do above and beyond will help you get your offer accepted.
I think when you're competing with multiple offers, any little thing that's going to help you stand out, and that's something that's so simple, is just picking a qualified lender that has a good reputation. That's going to set you to the top. So that's a very good tip.
Yeah.
All right, what's tip number 3?
Tip number 3 is something that's unique to our company. Legacy has a process called the LEAP process. It stands for Legacy Express Approval Process.
Love it.
What that means is you can come to me and we can get your file fully underwritten prior to you going under contract, which means that when you do go find your dream home, you can make that offer, and it can have basically 0 days for financing contingency. So if, again, let's take the example of you being a listing agent, looking at the offers that you have in multiple offers.
Right.
If you have 5 offers and all of them still have to go through underwriting and one of them has already been underwritten, that is more of a sure thing.
It takes a lot of pressure off.
Right, not quite cash, but almost just as good as cash.
I agree.
So it puts you in a position where you can potentially compete with some of these cash buyers that are coming in the market right now.
Well, and not only that, but you as the buyer, you're confident in your offer, and you know that you can push forward with something, and you're not having to stress about making sure that you're qualified for this loan. So I think that is probably one of the best tips.
Yeah, and you know what, personally, Andrea, if I was buying a house right now, I would absolutely go through this process prior to going under contract. Mostly because we all know the loan process can be stressful.
Sure.
Once you go under contract, you've got a million things on your mind. You're packing, you're moving, your inspections, all of that. Wouldn't it be nice to have that done prior to going under contract?
That's such a good tip. I'm so glad that y'all do that.
Yeah.
All right, well, what's your next one?
Next one, number 4, use an experienced realtor like Andrea and the Real Estate Muses. Guys, this is so important to work with somebody who knows what they're doing and can give you the right, solid, sound advice. It is a crazy market out there, and as you know, we've had clients that are agreeing to pay a little more than asking price for some of the houses.
It's true.
And this is not necessarily a bad choice, but you just want to make sure that you're being guided by a professional like Andrea and the Real Estate Muses, who know what they're doing and can give you that right advice. They can run the comparables, and they can give you advice that you are confident in to move forward. In a little bit of a different market right now, we're in a transition where prices have just escalated so fast. So
thank you. Yes, that is a very good tip. I think just all the way around, make sure that everyone on your team has experience, has worked in a varying degree of markets, and they know how to fight for you and for what your goals are. So that is a good tip.
Yeah, I've seen also listing agents, again, from their perspective, as we're looking to be attractive to listing agents and their sellers, they want to work with somebody that they know has a good reputation.
Right.
And sometimes that also can help your offers stand
Absolutely.
out by using a good realtor.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, last
one.
tip. Please, everybody, when you are looking for a house, especially in this market, don't get discouraged. I promise you your house is out there.
Yeah.
You might have to make a couple offers before yours gets accepted, but patience is really key in this. It's a marathon, not a sprint right now.
That's
as
right.
a buyer. I have some people who just get so discouraged right now that they just decide to rent for a year. We really don't know what's going to happen in a year. We don't know where rates are going to be. I wish I had that crystal ball.
I
know. But prices are escalating. Prices are getting higher. Rates are going to get higher. So right now is truly an amazing time to buy a house. If you can hack it, just
Absolutely.
don't get discouraged. Work with someone positive like Andrea. Work with a local lender who can give you confidence, and hopefully all those things together can make this process a little more smoother than
I think you're right. I think those are all really, really good tips. I hope that our buyers can listen to that and just have the confidence to move forward and get your dream home. It is possible, but I think that just be organized and do all of your work ahead of time, and it won't be as stressful.
I totally agree with that.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Alyssa. If you are looking to buy a home in this crazy market and you want to join us, give us a call. Call Alyssa. If you just want to have a chat with her about where you stand financially, what you can afford, what that process will look like for you, give Alyssa a call.
Absolutely, I'm always here to help.
Thanks,
Andrea.
Alyssa.